welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my updated full coverage flawless foundation routine. I have really been enjoying it recently, and this is definitely a lot of makeup, and yeah, it's a lot, but I don't do this every single day. I usually always do this whenever I'm filming videos or on the weekends. So it's definitely something that I go to whenever I really want that full coverage look. I absolutely love this, and I wore this to BeautyCon and it looked really nice with flash photography, and I'm obsessed with it. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to know how I get a flawless looking face, then I'll see you soon. All right, so I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully that's not too much. Okay, I think that's good, right? A little bit more? Okay, enough. So I have absolutely no face makeup on, and the reason I have my eye makeup done first is because whenever I do my foundation first and then I do my eyeshadow, I tend to always get fallout, and I feel like the eyeshadow fallout that goes all over my foundation is just messing up all of the work that I just did. So I'm like, you know what? No, I always do my eyes first and then my face. It's just my routine. And what I'm gonna do first is start with a primer. Today I'm using the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. I get so many questions in my tutorials like, why do you use that? What does that do? Where do you get it? So you can get this at any drugstore. It's like $5 to $6. It's very inexpensive. What it does, it smooths out your skin. Right now, my skin is kind of at a point where it's dry, it's normal, and it's oily. I'm like, really, skin? Pick one. The bottom of my face is really dry, and the top, like my forehead, is extremely oily. I don't know what it is recently, but my skin has just been changing for the worse. This is what it looks like. It's a silicone base primer. So if you don't like silicone, you probably won't like this. But if you do, then you probably will love this, like I do. If you guys are familiar with the Smashbox Photo Ready or Photo Finish primer, this is basically the same exact thing, except it's very inexpensive. This is only $5 or $6. I know this is like not found in the makeup section. You can find this where the feminine products are, but honestly, you guys, it's one of the best primers ever. It smooths out my skin, and if I have any oil on my face, it will kind of absorb that, but it's not like a completely mattifying primer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll absorb the oil in that moment, but it's not going to completely mattify your face. So this is going to work really good if you have oily or dry skin. It just really smooths everything out, smooths out your lines, anything, and gives you just a nice canvas to work with for your foundation. So like I mentioned, my forehead is just so greasy. I don't know what it is. It's getting oilier by the second, literally. So I'm taking my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This is one of my favorites from the drugstore, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and apply it just to my forehead. This is really good. It gets the job done, and a little bit goes a long way. And what I like about it, this is like a lotion consistency, but I just wanted to put more on so you could see, but it's like a lotion. And what I like about it is that it mattifies my skin without drying it out. So moving into the fun part, the foundation. I love foundation. It just transforms your face, and I love it. So my favorite currently has been the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I'm obsessed with this foundation. I love the coverage, I love the color, and I love the packaging of it. So mine's in a shade 106 Sun Beige. I love the squeezy tube. I feel like it just makes it really easy to be able to save product and to control how much you're actually applying. I use enough to where I feel like I can get full coverage without it looking too much. So I'm using my beauty blender to apply this, and I'm just using about that much. It's like a pump and a half. And I'm just gonna dot this right on my face. And I'm using the beauty blender because I find that it's just the most flawless on the skin. I have used this with brushes before, but the beauty blender is my favorite way to apply any foundation. I feel like since you get this wet before you use it, it gives you just this really nice airbrush look, and it just makes your skin look like skin, not like you have a ton of makeup on. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I love this. Yes, the beauty blender is pricey just for a sponge. That's what I said too. I'm like, really? $20 for a sponge? But it's honestly so worth it. So I'm just gonna blend this all around my hairline, and this foundation does have a yellow base, as you can see. It's like a yellow tint, but I really like that because I have olivey skin tone, so this just goes with it perfectly, because I've tried using different foundations from the drugstore and like higher end. They can tend to be pinky on my skin, so I need to find always one that's like yellowy kind of because of my skin tone. I find that using more than one layer of this will cause cakiness, So just try and use one good layer, and if you have anything peeking through like a little pimple or something, just use concealer and you'll be all set. Moving on to concealer, I'm using the NYX HD. This is my baby. I've been using this non-stop. Clearly, that's why it's my foundation routine. But I really love this, and this one's in the shade Beige. It's like perfect for underneath the eyes. I'm like, yes, honey. I just draw triangles right underneath because that's how you get the most full coverage under eye. This is a full coverage concealer. I find that you really don't need to layer this up to get the coverage that you want. Another thing I love about the Beauty Blender is that you can like squeeze it and like just do whatever you want with it to blend anything out. And it's just so easy to work with. And I've tried those beauty blenders that they sell at, what's it called? TJ Maxx, like places like that. They are not good at all. Like, they are so hard, like literally hard. Like, they're not squishy like the Beauty Blender. And they're just terrible. So, instead of wasting your $5 or $6 on like a Beauty Blender dupe that doesn't even work, just put the extra $15 and get the amazing sponge. Seriously. And then I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer. I always like to do this because if not, it will move and it's not going to last all day. So one of my favorite powders is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This one is in the shade Light Plus. This is just one of my holy grail powders. I've been using this for like over 4 years. When I first started getting into makeup, this was one of the first high-end purchases that I've ever made, and I am in love with it, and I've been in love with it ever since. It's just a really nice, smooth, velvety, buttery powder that just makes everything look flawless. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. blush brush and just set my concealer. I like to set my concealer or my foundation with this. Either way, this is amazing. And whenever I would wear this with foundation, I would get compliments on my face whenever I would wear this powder. It's crazy. And I've been going back and forth between this powder and the Lorac Pro Contour palette and taking those shades in there as well. I kind of just alternate and go back and forth. But I love them both. So some days I will set my foundation with powder, other days I won't. It just depends on like how my skin's doing and everything. So today it's a little bit dry, so I'm going to set it very, very lightly. So I'm using another one of my babies, my holy grail, my Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder. This one's in the shade Buff Beige. This is another one of those things that I just always repurchase. I always go back to. I've probably used up like 20 of these. No joke. I love them. So I'm going to take a powder brush. I'm going to dust it off a little bit, and I'm just going to lightly set my foundation. This just helps it to last longer. I mean, like I said, I don't always use this, and the foundation does last, but just to assure. So now I'm going to move into my bronzer, blush, highlight, contour, all that fun stuff. So today I'm going to be using my NYX Matte Bronzer. I cannot put this down. I really need to get a new one, and I really just need to go to the drugstore in general and just get like new products because I have not tried new makeup in what feels like forever. But anyways, I'm going to use this e.l.f. small stippling brush, and I'm just going to be using this to contour a little bit. I like to start right at my hairline and kind of just bring it down a little bit. I make the ugliest faces when I do my makeup. Since this brush is like so small, I'm going to take a complexion brush from e.l.f. and just bronze up my forehead and like my temples. And then I just like to blend that out. So the second to last thing I like to do is apply blush. My blushes change pretty much every time I do my makeup. Like I have my favorites and then I kind of just like rotate them as I go. So today I'm using this Milani powder blush. Powder blush. This one is in the shade Romantic Rose. It's just a really nice everyday pink rosy shade and I'm obsessed with it. These are matte and they're so buttery on the skin. So I'm going to take this Real Techniques blush brush and just apply that right to the apples of my cheeks. I like to smile and then just bring it up with my bronzer so everything is nice and blended. And then at this point, I like to take my powder brush and just blend out any harsh lines. So everything is nice and blended. And then finally, really finally, for the face, I like to highlight. If you don't like to highlight your face, you could always just leave it like this, but I just cannot put this down. The Becca Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. Okay, I can't stop using it. I just love glowy skin. So I'm gonna take this and apply about 20 pounds, maybe 30, right to the tops of my cheekbones. I love it. Down the bridge of my nose, above my brow, and my cupid's bow. So that completes my full coverage, flawless foundation routine. That is what everything looks like. That glow though, like, can we just take a moment? Thank you. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below some of your like go-to products when you're going out or when you want like a full coverage, flawless looking face. And also let me know down below of some new products from the drugstore I should be trying, because I'm probably gonna go this weekend and just like get a bunch of new things because I've been using a lot of the same products and I definitely need to start switching it up. So let me know down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in just a few days in my next video. Bye. Mwah.